नमस्ते गुरुजी। जय गुरुजी महाराज, जय गुरुजी साथ संगत जी। शुक्राना गुरुजी महाराज द मल्टीलिंगुअल जूम प्लेटफॉर्म समस्त गुरु परिवार का हार्दिक स्वागत करता है। द फ्लावर्स ऑफ ग्रेटिट्यूड, जैसा कि नाम से ही विदित है, बहुत प्यारा नाम है, द फ्लावर्स ऑफ ग्रेटिट्यूड, आभार के फूल। ये सेशन 3 महीने से एक्टिव है। एवरी संडे गुरु संगत इसको रीड करती है, असाइन चैप्टर्स, और उनको नरेट करती है। आज इसी श्रृंखला में हम मल्टीलिंगुअल टीम की तरफ से नीलम खरबंदा आंटी जी जो कि उपस्थित हैं, उन सबका स्वागत करते हैं। और इसी के साथ मैं प्रेरणा आंटी को रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा, प्लीज सेशन को मैनेज करें। एंड इन द मीनवाइल कमलेश मेहता आंटी जी भी जल्दी ज्वाइन कर लेंगी हमको। ओवर टू यू प्रेरणा आंटी। जय गुरु जी की। यू आर ऑडिबल प्रेरणा आंटी।
Thank you, Uncle. Jai Guruji, Ananta Shukrana Guruji Maharaj. On behalf of Shukrana Guruji Maharaj का multilingual group, I take this opportunity to thank Kamlesh Aunty for writing the divine book Flowers of Gratitude and giving us all an opportunity to experience a blissful journey with Guruji Maharaj. I would like to take this opportunity to welcome all the Sangat who have gathered to witness another blissful session of reading of the book, The Flowers of Gratitude. The chapter to be read today is A Blessing of Self-Contentment. Pages to be read are from 52 to 54. And today the chapter will be read by Kharbanda Aunty. I would request Neelam Kharbanda Aunty. I'm sorry. I would request Neelam Aunty to please unmute and commence the reading of the chapter, please. Jai Guruji Aunty.
Jai Guruji. Jai Guruji Prerna Aunty, are you able to hear me?
Jai Guruji Aunty, yes, you are audible.
Thank you. Thank you, Prerna Aunty. Jai Guruji, and thank you, Suresh Uncle. Every satsang starts with the Mool Mantra, which contains the following: Ajuni Sabang and Ad Sach, Jugad Sach, Hai bhi Sach, Nanak Hosi bhi Sach, implying that God is forever present. It is His grace that He also took form as our Guruji to shake us out of the darkness and ignorance to the path of His love and light. Those who had the benediction to meet Him in His physical form are so blessed indeed. And those of us who did not are also blessed, because precious gems that comprise His Sangat graciously share Guruji's word, His ways, and their divine experiences with us. Kamlesh Aunty is one such gem, and through the satsangs shared in the book, The Flowers of Gratitude, it is amazing to experience her journey of awakening, recognizing the divine light, and getting to experience His love, grace, and glory to the fullest. As Suresh Uncle just mentioned, the reading of the book, Flowers of Gratitude, began in March. To date, by Guruji's grace, reading of the first 17 chapters has been accomplished by various Sangat with participation and additional insights by Kamlesh Aunty. We are so grateful for that. We shall continue today, as Prerna Aunty mentioned, with chapter 18, A Blessing of Self-Contentment. It's a pleasure to have the opportunity to read another chapter of this most beautiful blessing conferred by our gracious Guruji on his loving Sangat, Kamlesh Aunty. Before we get started with the reading, I would like to express my earnest gratitude to Guruji for his multitude ways of blessings, with satsang sharing and listening being one of them. I also want to express my gratitude to Kamlesh Aunty for candidly sharing her blessings through this book. I will now transition to reading the chapter 18, A Blessing of Self-Contentment. Be thankful for what you have. you'll end up having more. If you concentrate on what you don't have, you will never, ever have enough. A human being is an entity whose urges for worldly life can never get over, and he's never satisfied. His desires and wishes keep on growing in life, and there is no end to these desires. Guruji taught us the concept of self-contentment, an important lesson for happiness and ending miseries in life. I would narrate one such incident where Guruji put an end to my limitless wants and desires and gave me the blessings of self-contentment. One afternoon, we were in Sangat with Guruji in Jalandhar. Langar was served to all the outstation people. And by outstation, here she means people who were visiting from out of town. I had many things on my wish list, and I wanted Guruji to bless me with all the wishes. After the Sangat had left, I took the opportunity to ask for my wishes to Guruji. I was adamant about the demands from Guruji. I was under the impression that I am of the same age group and it would be easy for me to demand from Guruji. I was completely wrong in my notion, and it was not an easy task. Guruji said that after so much insisting, let the right time arrive and you will fulfill your wishes. I could not understand its meaning. Guruji got up and started to walk. I was still adamant about my demands. I held Guruji's legs as he was walking. I kept on dragging by his legs to not let him go until he blesses me with my wish list. Suddenly, he stopped. He said, "Okay, leave me now." He kept his hand on my head. That moment was life-changing for me. I cannot express the self-contentment felt at that moment and after that gesture forever. This is the last time I asked Guruji of something. There was no asking after that, and I received everything on my own. Such was the blessing of self-contentment by our divine Guruji Maharaj. Lots of love and blessings. The greatest wealth is to live content with little. Plato. So that was chapter 18 by Kamlesh Aunty, A Blessing of Self-Contentment. So like all the writing in the book, the sharing in this chapter is also simple, and the manner strikes a chord that we can all relate to. At some time or another in our life, most, if not all of us, have been in situations where we think and believe that if I have this thing, then it will be great. Or if a particular situation has that outcome, it would be wonderful. But if it did not end up being this or that, it leads to us feeling disappointed, us feeling not happy. And then dwelling on it could make us feel even miserable. And that feeling of lacking something or a specific result can cause us to remain miserable for a very long time. I've been in this situation, and I can tell you that it's not a good state. Today, I can say that it was my ignorance, but did I know it at the time? No, I did not. And even if I had known, could I have transcended the feeling on my own? Most likely not. But our all-knowing Guruji, as we heard in the Benti Chopai right before, kat kat ke antar ki janat, pale pure ki peer pachanat. Ek ek ki peer pachane, kat kat ke pat pat ki jane. That he knows the agony of our hearts. We can possibly know only the symptoms, but he knows the root cause. And he knew exactly what I needed. And he blessed me too with contentment. And that feeling of void, the feeling that I'm missing something, was lifted and I was set free. Guruji's grace made the way for the peace in the heart in a way that only he can. So all that is in not realizing that it is not this or that which constitutes my well-being, but a steady state of satisfaction that brings peace and joy. And that can come only and only with the grace of Guruji. Gurbani also states, Sach Santok Sahaj Sukhbani Pure Gurte Pavaniya. That is, truth, contentment, and intuitive peace and poise are obtained from the Bani, the word of the perfect Guru. I'm not so knowledgeable, but contentment definitely feels like a divine gift. Blessed indeed are those who have it. And of course, our Guruji is practical. He makes it happen before we realize it has happened. Would we happen to have Kamlesh Aunty with us? I guess I see her there. Welcome and thank you again for this beautiful chapter. Would you please join us and share your memory of this day when Guruji touched your head? I just reading these words gives me goosebumps. So I'm sure he gave you all. It's so amazing that you had that instant realization. And as you stated, that the blessing is eternal. Please do share more with us. Jai Guruji.
Jai
Guruji.
I'm so happy I'm on this multilingual platform. And it is all because of his blessings. He gave a thought to Suresh uncle, and that's how the multilingual group started. It is Guruji who gives you thoughts. We cannot think anything. It is only he who gives you thoughts.
Mhm.
If somebody is talking against you, or hurting you all the time, it is because he, the divine power, puts into their minds and they hurt. In the same way, even I was very upset when I went to Guruji first. And you will not believe the moment we used to reach Patiala and we went into the ashram of his, my God, tears flew from our eyes. We were always just weeping, don't know what for. But we wept the moment we reached to a heart content. हिंदी में उसको कहते हैं वियोग रस, the separation between Guruji and us. The moment we saw him, we used to cry and cry and cry out heart. And that's how days passed into months and months passed into years. as we are young, we don't know anything because we just want materialistic gains. And with that intention, we used to go to Guruji. On the avi mangange, we will ask him this, mangange, o mangange, istra mangange, ustra mangange. And mangne hi jante hote the. Mangte hain na hum log. We are beggars, definitely. But by the time we reached in his darbar, we forgot everything. Nothing, we remember nothing. कि हम क्या मांगने आए थे उनसे. Absolutely nothing. But जब लोग मांगने लगते, पूछने लगते हैं, and we used to have also that urge, कि why not we also ask this, that and all that. बढ़िया लिस्टां, बढ़िया चीज़ां मांगिया गुरुजी को. Everybody used to ask, not me alone, everybody, whoever was there, because all were very young and we never had the idea at that time that spirituality is there also. हम उनसे spirituality मांगे, पर अक्ल नहीं थी ना, वो सब नहीं मांगा, कुछ मांगते रहे. And one day Guruji just must be got fed up with all of us our demands and everything. सारे चीज को लोग कहने, मेरे को लोग की आ भी मंगते वो भी मंगते, वो तो मैं सारा कुछ दे दवांगा, पर असली चीज कोई नहीं मांगता. And we were so stupid at that time. There was nobody to guide us at that time. कि रब नू रब कोलों मंगो. वो ते आया नहीं. गड्डियां मोटरा बंगले शांति होती साथ लड़ती वो लड़ता, ये पता ये होता वो होता बच्चे नहीं पढ़ते, सुन ये नहीं होता उसका नहीं होता. ये सारी चीजें थी हमारे पास, पर रब को रब से नहीं मांगा, कभी नहीं मांगा. So one day Guruji got so fed up and उठ के चल पे. और हम लोग भी अल्लाह दिमाग के थे. We just got hold on to his leg. कि तुसी जानते कितने हो बिना देते. जवानी मस्तानी होती है ना, तो वो हमारी जवानी बड़ी मस्तानी थी. तो हमने जाते कहाँ हो ये भी बिना देते जाते कहाँ हो, पकड़ के हम भी सब पकड़ के लगे. जब he turned round and he said, अच्छा छोड़ ना. And then he kept his hand on my head. And then that touch, cannot explain it. I have no words to explain it. Because that moment, that feeling, what I had, it's beyond expressions. You cannot explain it. Like I was hearing a Shabad today. Okay, कहने ने गुंगे नो बर्फी खिला दोगे तो वो की करेगा, नचेगा टप्पेगा, बाबा मारेगा, कच्चा मारेगा. इसी तरह that is his way of joy, to express the mithas of the barfi. But we could not express only that feeling which a person has. he can only feel. So only gave us self-contentment. और उसके बाद कभी नहीं मांगा गुरु जी से कि आ भी चाहिए थे वो भी चाहिए थे वो भी चाहिए. Never, never, never. We just wanted to be with him, and we were always wanted. जैसे एक प्रेमी चाहता है ना अपने प्रेमिका जाती है अपने प्रेम के पास. That thing we had in us. कि कब गुरु से मिले, because we loved him so much, and there was always an attraction as his aura, which attracted us so much. Sangaji, now I understand कि what is that spiritual aura which was always attracting us towards it. Yes, our aura was weaker than his aura, and his aura was very strong, but still we were just dragged like a magnetic force. Like when you see a magnet, how the North Pole and the South Pole, when there is how they attract with each other. इसी तरह हम लोग भी गुरु जी के हमारा ऑरा जब गुरु जी के साथ मिल जाता था. संगत जी, when our aura mingles with the divine's aura, and then there is no looking back. Then you're not your own. You're in his world. It is he who will do the thinking for you. My brain becomes dead. And that it was how it was. And no looking back, I definitely enjoyed all my years of life with him. It was not that when he was alive, his aura was there. His aura is still in his every through. Every through. I feel I'm attracted towards him. Because the power of attraction is so distinct that you just glue to it. And I still enjoy it. And enjoy to the last bit. Even now, when I go into that state, uske baad, I don't know which world I am, because it is only me. And that state, that meditative state, it is like you getting anesthesia. When we are on the table and you get anesthesia, it is the anesthesia's effect on you that you become senseless. In the same way, it is Guru Maharaj's full aura, anesthesia, and you go into that state. And then it's a bliss of his grace, and you enjoy every bit of it. I was reading 2-3 days back something about Ravan. or Ravana, whatever they call it. Then, when I read that, and when we were all sitting in front of Guruji, बड़े साल पहले, the earthquake came, and Guruji, हुण की होएगा? And Guruji ने जोर से पैर मारा जमीन पे, और वहां earthquake रुक गया. Guruji gave us so many hints. I'm not a normal human being. I am Shiv. I am Lord. I am God. But हमारी मंद बुद्धि जो थी, ऐसा पर्दा पड़ा हुआ था, was not able to accept कि हमारे सामने साक्षात शिव बैठा है. उसने जमीन पे पैर मारा और earthquake रुक गया. Could not understand. Definitely. Then the other day I was reading about Ravan and all sorts of things. Like his father was a Brahmin and uski maa jo thi Rakshasni thi. Rakshasi, what we heard, roop change kar lete hain and they become saints and so many things. So both were married and Ravan was the child. So he had every quality of a learned man and a Rakshas in knowledge. And I was reading into that, how he attained Sone ki Lanka. He attained from, he grabbed it from his brother Kuber. And that's how Sone ki Lanka was there. So many things it was written, and I read so much, many things in that. उसके मन में एक लालच आया कि मैं क्यों ना कैलाश पर्वत श्रीलंका ले जाऊं. And he had that quality to become a small little thing and a very virat roop, like Hanuman ji. हनुमान जी भी बहुत छोटे हो जाते थे, जैसे लिखा नहीं हो महाभारत में कि जो अर्जुन का रथ है उसके फ्लैग में हनुमान जी जाके बैठ गए थे, जो उनका लोबो था उसके अंदर. He could make himself so tiny. In the same way Ravan did it. And he went to Kailash Parvat, और अपने हाथ से उसने कैलाश पर्वत उठाने लगा. और जब वो करने लगा, शिव जी को पता चल गया, और शिव जी ने जोर से पैर मारा कैलाश पर्वत उस जगह पे, और उसका हाथ की कुछ उंगली नीचे आ गई. एंड दैट पेन, उसने शिव भगवान को दंडवत किया और पूजा की. फिर शिव जी ने कुछ वरदान दिए. When I was reading this, Shivji stamping on the Kailash Parvat, my God, सिर पकड़ के बैठ के, मैंने इतने साल पहले गुरुजी ने ये सब दिखाया था हमें कि जमीन पे पैर मारा और अर्थक्वेक रुक गया. एंड सो डिड शिवजी डिड. पर्वत वहीं अटक गई, रह गई वहीं पर. My God, what similarities were there? गुरुजी ने कितनी बार हम लोगों को समझाया कि मैं ही शिवा, मैं ही शिवा, जय मैं ही शिव. पर अब it is too late. If I had a clock, I would rewound it and get it into those years back again and be with Guruji, and now talk to him only on spiritual path. Time flies. With age, you get matured. With every step you learn. And that was how it was Guruji. Guruji is Sat, Sakshat Shiv Bhagwan है. ये बहुत देर बाद पता चला. And we regret now कि हमने उस टाइम गुरु को क्यों नहीं समझा ये सब भगवान. सो उस महाराज ने जब हाथ रखा और दुनिया की सारी शांति अंदर दे दी, तभी भी समझ में नहीं आया. So that was the bliss, that was the grace, and that was the touch which I had, and I still enjoy when I'm alone and I think about it, and I still enjoy it. Jai Guruji.
Jai Guruji Aunty, thank you so much. That's such a divine experience. You say that you cherish that memory and you remember it in your heart a lot. I was reading somewhere that to thank is to think. So thank you, the word, it comes from the word think. So when we are touched by something and we think about it in our heart, we're actually welling up gratitude in our heart. Yes. So as you said, it was very beautifully illustrated. So thank you so much for how you painted that picture of you having the yearning for Guruji's spiritual aura, and the anecdote about Lord Shiva and how Guruji had the same action for you to correlate much later. I want to ask you something. In this particular instance, you mentioned when Guruji touched your head, you had the instant, that instant contentment, that instant realization.
And instant energy.
Instant
energy also.
Instant energy.
Instant energy.
Yeah. So that very moment you were able to realize, experience that. That's so beautiful. That's just so beautiful. I just think about it and I can just be in awe of it. For you, it must be much, much more. In my experience, I feel there are times when the understanding is instant, not understanding, but the feeling is instant. And other times that that understanding or that grasp of the essence of what Guruji says, like in a dream, or sometimes what we hear in a satsang, it takes a while. It takes time, sometimes a long time, before I grasp that. But I guess that's just the part of the journey that not everything is instant. You know, there is a journey in others, in other understanding and realizations. Has that been your experience as well?
Yes, please. It was experience, and I cannot express that. It's I feel it's beyond me to express it. That feeling, you only enjoy it.
Yeah, yeah. Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. You know, contentment is definitely a divine virtue, and only those touched by Guruji's grace can experience it and live it. And Guru Sahib was also given us the Sad Sangat, the company of those who abide in that will as Hukam Rajai Chalna. So we're very fortunate to be in this session today and hear that from the one who is blessed and abides by that blessing. So being around those who live their lives also serves as an inspiration to the rest of us. It's only with Guruji's grace that one experiences that moment where one feels that what is as is how it's supposed to be and is perfect. And that feeling is truly divine. Or I already have what I need, or the state that I don't need anything or wish for something to be joyful. With Guruji by my side, I'm complete. And that's truly divine as well. I can't even imagine what it would be like to be in that state at all times of existence, as you mentioned, that when you're there, it's you and that state. And it's more of him, it's tu hi tu. But it's something that we all pray for it is only Guruji that can confer this blessing on whoever he chooses. And once again, we're very blessed to hear about all this from one of the one that he has chosen, and you've graciously shared that with us. Thank you so much, Kamlesh Aunty. It's wonderful. It's just the heart just strikes a chord and feels overwhelmed, and words are left somewhere far behind. Thank you so much.
Jai Guruji.
Jai Guruji.
जय गुरु जी की, जय गुरु जी की। कमलेश आंटी, hope you are feeling better than the previous days. And
Yes,
in the meanwhile, I'll be requesting Seema Kumar Aunty to add on some inputs over the topic which is being discussed. Over to you, Seema Kumar Aunty ji. Jai Guru ji ki.
Jai Guruji, Suresh Wason uncle, can you hear me?
You are audible, Aunty.
Okay. जय गुरु जी, कमलेश मेहता आंटी, वेलकम। आज आप आए, हमको बहुत अच्छा लगा। और जो आपने अभी बोला है, आई एम गेटिंग गूज बम्प्स, यू नो, कि आपने जो रावण का एक्सप्लेन करा, आपने इतनी बड़ी शक्ति के साथ आप रहे, उनके दर्शन करे, और एज यू सेड कि क्लॉक को रिबाउंड करें। हमने तो उनको देखा भी नहीं। एक जिंदगी का एक बहुत बड़ा अफसोस है कि हम इतना गुरु जी के पास रहते हुए भी उनसे मिल नहीं पाए। एंड एज यू सेड कि बहुत रोना आता है। एंड आंटी, आई वांट टू टेल यू दैट द मोमेंट आई एंटर हिज दरबार, माय टीयर्स जस्ट स्टार्ट रोलिंग अप। इतने आंसू गिरते हैं, शायद अपनी गलतियों की माफी मांगते हैं हम, और या इतनी बड़ी शक्ति के द्वार पे हम पहुंचे हैं, उसका शुक्राना करते हैं। और आंटी, आई वांट टू बी वेरी थैंकफुल टू यू, जो आपने ये चैप्टर्स अभी तक हमने पढ़े हैं, और इसमें जो आप कोट बोलते हैं, शुरू की स्टेटमेंट और लास्ट की स्टेटमेंट, आई हैव delved into whole lot of them, सबका मैंने अपने उससे सीखा और उसका एनालिसिस करा, क्योंकि उन सब में बहुत डेप्थ थी। जो अंदर के सत्संग हैं वो तो गुरुजी साक्षात रब है, वो कुछ भी कर सकते हैं, पर आपकी जो ऊपर की और नीचे की थी, they had very deep and spiritual meanings. So I learned a lot from them, and today's your quotes were on contentment. So उसके बारे में मैं बोलना चाहती हूँ। Uncle, there is time, I'll just take 5 minutes.
Please take 10 minutes.
अच्छा, okay. So अभी नीलम खरबंदा आंटी ने भी गुरु बानी की 2 लाइन बोली, और मैंने भी वो लिखी हुई थी। और जैसे आंटी ने बोला, पहले स्टेटमेंट में बोला, बी थैंकफुल टू व्हाट यू हैव, you will end up having more if you concentrate on what you don't have. You will never have enough. And she ends with, the greatest wealth is to live content with little. So इसके ऊपर आंटी ने भी अभी बानी बोली, और मैंने भी वही लिखी हुई थी कि संतोख सच सहज सुख बानी, पूरे गुरु ते पावनिया. It's only with grace of our Guruji that we get contentment, truth, humility, happiness and learning Guru Bani. अब देखिए, ये जो 5 मैंने ये बोले हैं virtues, and Santokh, contentment is one of the 5 virtues said in Guru Granth Sahib Ji. So beside contentment, we have to look for such daya, namrata or pyar, or Guru Bani ko seekhna. Accept what we have and live within it. It leads to freedom from fear, worries, and you get Anmol Ratan. वो Anmol Ratan क्या है? Calmness and peace of mind. And with peace of mind, हम गुरुजी के को ज्यादा जानेंगे, उनकी हम अपनी एनर्जी को गुरुजी में ज्यादा लगाएंगे। तो ये जपजी साहब की 2 लाइनें मैं बोलना चाहती हूँ, जो मुझे बहुत पसंद है कंटेंटमेंट के ऊपर, जो है, मुंदा संतोख सरम पद झोली, ध्यान की करे विभूत, किंता काल कुआरी काया, जुगत डंडा प्रतीत, आई पंथी सगल जमाती, मन जीते जग जीत। तो हमें मुंदा संतोख क्या है? मतलब हमारे इयररिंग्स हैं जो कान के, वो हमारे को कंटेंटमेंट करना है, ह्यूमिलिटी को रखना है एज अ बेगिंग बोल, meditation as ashes which we apply on our body, and remembrance of death as patch coat, and purity of a virgin in life. इस संसार में रहते हुए हमको प्योर रहना है, और faith है, that is a walking stick, और follow brotherhood and conquer your mind. तो ये जो है, जब तक हम contentment नहीं करेंगे, content नहीं रहेंगे, तो हम गुरुजी की जर्नी में will not be able to devote time, spiritually to him. और contentment का doesn't mean कि आप मेहनत, मतलब आप desires नहीं करिए, इच्छाएं नहीं करिए, nobody stops you, but we have to remain content and within our limits. और हमको इतना आगे की डिजायर्स नहीं करनी कि आज हमें घर चाहिए, फिर उसके बाद बड़ा घर चाहिए, बड़ी गाड़ी चाहिए. So that will lead to lead to only pain, क्योंकि जितना हमारे पास सामान होएगा उतनी उसके साथ हमको पेन मिलेगी. इससे बेटर है कि हम अपने परिवार को समय दें, लालच ना करें, इतना लालच ना करें कि वो हम भ्रष्ट हो जाएं, और संतोष, नम्रता, शुक्राना में रहें, और अपने अंदर की कंटेंटमेंट को देखें, ना कि बाहर की इच्छाओं को. So auntie, this is what I learned from contentment, and probably I have realized very late in life, गुरुजी शायद मेरी लाइफ में बहुत लेट आए हैं, कि now I have understood the meaning of contentment, कि हमको जैसे वो हमें गुरुजी सिखाते हैं, हमको उनकी राह में चलना है, और जो हमारी विशेष हैं, इच्छाएं हैं, वो धीरे धीरे गुरुजी जब हमारा टाइम आएगा सब पूरा करेंगे. But all now we have to lift ourselves spiritually. So this was my take on today's on your chapter, and every week I'm learning something from your book, and thank you very much.
Thanks a lot, Seema Aunty, for detailed elaboration of the subject. I'll be requesting Prerna Mahajan Aunty, please, सेशन को इनवाइटीज को थैंक्स करते हुए सेशन को कंक्लूड करवाएं विद योर कमेंट्स। जय गुरु जी की।
Jai Guruji uncle, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Seema Aunty. I totally agree with whatever you have, whatever thoughts you have poured out. So I would also like to speak a few lines about contentment. Contentment, it is a state of being where one is satisfied with their current situation and the state of affairs in one's life as they presently are, without expecting what it should be. Whatever, in whichever state Guruji has kept us, we try to be happy in that state. We try to be content. One may think that to be content, one must have a life with no errors or difficulties. In fact, it is possible to be content with one's life regardless of the circumstances. It may be more important to find contentment in life when things are not going well or according to plan. It takes awareness to realize that bad times are not only guaranteed in life, they are necessary. We all have to pass through bad times also in life, Sangaji. Life is not guaranteed that it is going to be all good. One can be content with their struggle by finding ways to appreciate it and to understand the benefits that a struggle can bring. Contentment is helpful when one is focused on positive things that can come from difficult times. So instead of focusing on the difficult times, if we start focusing on the positive things, we are learning through that journey of difficulties. We are definitely going to be content. It is helpful to be content by keeping in mind that elements in one's life and one's life circumstances are fluid and will change over time. Life is not going to be the same throughout. It is definitely going to change. In the difficult times, it can be helpful to realize the positive things that come from struggling and that the difficult times do not last forever. I would like to conclude with the same quote with which we started the chapter by Oprah Winfrey. Be thankful for what you have. You will end up having more. If you concentrate on what you don't have, you will never have enough. So these were my learnings from this beautiful topic of contentment. Now Sangaji, with Guruji's blessings, Anantam Shukrana to Guruji Maharaj. Thank you, Shukrana Guruji Maharaj, the Multilingual platform, for initiating this beautiful radio session. Thank you, Suresh Uncle. Thank you, Kamlesh Aunty, for writing the blissful book, Flowers of Gratitude, and for your love and blessings, which we experience in each and every session, Aunty. And we are indeed blessed that we were able to have you in today's session. And we always pray for your good health and long life. Thank you, Neelam Aunty, for the beautiful reading and explanation of the chapter. Thank you, Seema Aunty, for sharing your wonderful thoughts. Shukrana to all the Sangats who attended the blissful session today and got Guruji's blessings. Sangatji, we will be meeting again next Sunday from 8 to 10 p.m. for reading and narration of the next chapter. I would like to hand over to the host for Agya. Jai Guruji, Shukrana Guruji.